just so I got the door panels back right after I posted the video on making them. David Tucker did my leather work and sewing and stuff, did an outstanding job on these. And here's my handmade matching armrest or pull handles. These are scaled after the interior of the Hellcat with a little bit, and they'll kind of blend together, but that turned out pretty nice. It's going to match SuperCharger very well. All right, here's the door of the Challenger, and I've got it where I've got the interior, the guts out of it, and everything that I'm going to use into SuperCharger here. And the end of this door, I'm actually going to cut this off and install this right here on the back of this door. And then this area right here, I'm going to cut all that out and install it all right here. And then I'll put all the hardware and electronics and everything back in this door, so the Hellcat will know everything. I mean, the doors will lock when it gets a certain mile an hour. The stereo will be all hooked up through the Bluetooth, and the radio and the power windows. Everything will plug right back in and work just like it did on the Hellcat once I get done with this. What I've done is I've cut the back of the door out here and kind of made a template here for where the handle's going to go. This is just represents a handle, and I kind of located it around. But I had to make sure I got room inside for it to go into this spot. The receiver part of the handle, and it takes a little room back here at the back, so I'm gonna have to set it forward just a little bit. But when I set it right there, it lines up just perfectly for the latch and stuff. But I've done quite a bit of cutting on the latch and stuff already. I took the other door and went ahead and cut the handle out, the opening for the handle, and I'm going to insert it just like that, crimp it and set it. This isn't too bad. But this I've been just kind of hanging on loosely and letting it evolve here. This is out of the back of the Hellcat door, and it fits in there. So this will be my cable for my handle pull for the outside and my handle pull for the inside. Fits in here like a glove. I mean, it is so close. So once I get all that in place like I want it, I'll weld that in just like that, and then that's going to allow me to have my door seal from the Charger, all from here forward will be all Charger. This little area will be Hellcat. Then I'll just have to modify my strike area a little bit, then plug all this stuff right back up. And so I've cut this out just enough to where it'll house this indentation here. And then I can move it back and forth a little bit, and I'll open that up as if needed. But because I've got to have enough room for this whole part to go in behind it, and it's got an unlock screw here that releases all this, the handle out of it. So got to be able to get to all that and use all that. So I'm able to put this in there and this in there together, and then move it around to the best looking spot, and then weld it in place. So, all right, quick update on the door handle and door strike at latch area. That's where I'm going to put the handle, and then this is what it looks like. I'm going to start with it. Can't get it to stay there. And I'm going to take the end off the Hellcat car door, cut it out, and I'm going to put it right there. Then the latch and all this latch stuff will all work right back together and plug right in. So let me show you what this is looking like now. That looks pretty good. So this is what it looks like now. So this is the Hellcat piece, and I just kind of blended it into here and leaned it and fit it to where to go into the pocket. And in the pocket I've had to open it up just a little bit and move it back. And I've got a little plate back there for strength. And then that piece will be, and there's somewhere. I'm working it in now. And then when that'll be the factory strike, factory latch, factory handle. See how the handle looks. I got it opening and closing wonderfully. So far so good on this. Just trying to figure all this out right now. I've got to inset that just a little bit and clearance it, and I've shaped it to match around this over here. So when you take this piece over here, I've mapped it right to that. So it'll be a perfect image of it there. Then I'll put some Play-Doh in there and shut it and close it and check my clearance, so I know I'm on a pretty good path now. Back looks now. All the seats around is painted, and seam sealed, and really looks nice. And I went ahead and prepped and primed all that. Alright, finally got something to work with here, and I'm fixing to tack weld it in place. And then I'll build off of this and fabricate this corner in here. But this is a mirror image of the piece I installed on the door, and then I've got it crimped, and I'll plug weld and up welding that solid over the plate where the strike goes. So I got a striker plate support behind there. Then I prepped and pickled all this, and then put a weld through primer, got cleaned out all down in there, weld through primer down there. Alright, here's the one I've got roughed in pretty nicely. The handle in there, and then it works beautifully. Into this door here, that's center parts of Hellcat, and I just kind of blended it into it. It worked wonderfully. Then I cut all this out and then hand fabricated all this stuff, and it mirrors the other door within about 5 to 8 millimeters. And then your factory seal will work on the charger seal will work just like it did. I think it goes right through here. And then this is the factory charger, and everything will be the factory charger stuff other than the blend area. Then in the back side here, I fabricated the bolting plate and then the adjustment in it, and then put a gusset in there around that, so pretty strong. And then look how it works. Perfect. Perfect. One click, two click. And over here, this one, I've got all this cut out, and down here at the bottom, this piece is about rusted out, so I'll have to fabricate all that too. And then I have to go in here and modify the power window motor and modify that bracket, because I need every bit of it to get all this in there, because it takes all that distance in the handle and the latch and all that. Pretty difficult job trying to figure out all the angles and stuff. I got that cut out, and then I've got this installed, and then I've got a hole right here for the release, and all of it is just to the millimeter of fitting. I mean, it's so tight trying to fit it around this window track and locate. It's amazing that it worked, because it is to the millimeter of all fitting in there. So here's the piece I'm going to put in there. I'll strip all this paint off and then start whittling it down and make it look just like the other side. It's quite big right now.